This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutation, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we dealt with the fact that we are now Revan, and our companions also dealt with that fact. Although apparently most of them are okay with the fact that I am Revan. With the known ability that whatever. I am Revan. Hear me roar. Except for Karth, but apparently he got on board as soon as everyone else accepted. It was a very heartfelt moment, despite the fact that just moments ago we had to leave Bastila behind on the ship, just because we still need to get the final Starforge piece. And it's kind of messed up, because I guess we're hoping that Bastila will survive because of our battle meditation, but let's keep talking to our companions and see if they've got any new stories to tell or questions about me being Revan. Let's start with the mission. I don't think she has much to say, so let's ask her about
hey there.
me being Revan.
What can I do for you?
Do you want to talk to me about being Revan?
It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything about being Revan, then it doesn't really matter anymore. You are who you are now, right?
That's either a very naive or very optimistic view of the world. I'm not sure which. So it doesn't bother you at all?
I don't see the Sith Lord standing here. I see a friend who's been with us through thick and thin. Remember, Malik's the one who tried to destroy Terrace. Big Z and I will stick by you. We owe you our lives. We won't desert you now.
That was weird. The conversation cut out on me. Sorry about that, but yeah, you could still hear it. That was a bit weird, but okay. Alright, thanks, Mission, for the boost of confidence. I guess we always got to believe the plucky rogue for that type of stuff. But anyway, Candace, how about you? I am your mortal enemy. You've told me stories about how you basically worshipped the ground Revan walked on. You even said you'd follow me into fire and back because of what you've done. So what do you think of me now? You gonna call me God, your leader?
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, he's still got a weird attitude. Aw. He's got nothing to say. Boo.
Your choice.
You'd think he would have something new to say. Yeah, see, okay, I guess maybe some time has to pass before we can talk to Candace about things, but alright, HK, my own personal assassination droid, you've got to have something new to say.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Yeah, we found out last episode that HK got the stimulus he needed to unlock his assassination protocols, so, although in the game-wise, that doesn't do anything to his abilities. The only way to get his abilities is by using your repair ability on him. I mean, I'll have to double-check online. I think the original concept was that if you didn't have the repair skill, that this story progression would unlock all of HK's abilities. But I don't think it works like it's supposed to. But anyway, so... Huh. So you belong to Revan originally... Yeah, so you belonged to Revan originally.
Statement. Yes, Master. You created me shortly after you and your apprentice began your war to conquer the galaxy. I was sent on an assassination mission into Mandalorian space, but I was damaged and unable to return to you. Exclamation. I find this most distressing. I could certainly have protected you from the Jedi and your pupil's betrayal had I returned.
You find it distressing? I doubt you could have done anything. It's probably better it worked out this way. You find it distressing?
Statement. Of course, Master. You are the one who created me, meatbag or no, and while you may not be all you once were, I am grateful for my existence.
So... oh, I can't wait till I ask that question. Am I very much like the Revan you knew?
Observation. You are different in many fundamental ways, Master. You have a concern for life that is unsettling. This cannot solely be caused by memory loss. I do not know how to explain it. Regardless, you do seem to be improved overall from the human I once knew.
By the way, he does have different dialogue if you're dark side inclined, just to let you know. Do you know anything about the Starforge?
Answer. No, Master. You never did make me privy to any of the Starforge's secrets.
Damn, it sucks that my alternate self didn't tell his apprentices or his minions all of my secrets. What can you tell me about Malik?
Commentary. Your former pupil is efficient and brutal, even for an organic. I rather liked him when you first introduced me to him. If I had known what he would do to you, Master, I would have gladly removed his entrails right then.
Yeah, you're pretty graphic, HK. So, okay, so after all this time, why the meatbag reference?
Answer. It was you who programmed me thus, Master. Your pupil once asked me what I thought of him, and I informed him of his meatbag status. He was unimpressed, but you found the reference humorous. You changed my programming so that I would continue to use the term. It drove your pupil to extreme lengths of frustration.
So, wait a minute, are you telling me that Revan in all of his glory decided to program the word meatbag into your vocabulary because it pissed Malik off? So Malik was the original meatbag. I like that idea.
Observation. Of course you do, Master. You did then as well.
That's probably what... I mean, I'm not laughing out loud now, but when I read that line, I thought that was like one of the funniest things in a long time I'd ever seen. So Malik, head of the Sith Lord, about to conquer the galaxy, was the original meatbag. You can't get any better than that. That'll be all, HK.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Alright, well, I love the HK. Like I said, if I wasn't... Sadly, I am kind of tired right now, so I'll admit that I'm not probably being as effective in commentary as I should be, but I do find that funny, by the way. So, Julie, you want to tell any more stories before we go into the plot? Yeah, let's ask him about Kashyyyk. When did you go there after being kicked out of the Jedi, or leaving, I guess?
Oh, that was not until many years later, to tell the truth. I spent quite some time wandering the galaxy.
I see you're still not wearing a shirt, Jolie. We have a no shoes, no shirt policy around here. Anyway, let me guess. Traveling from planet to planet, doing good deeds. You were adventuring again. The Jedi just let you go?
Why wouldn't they? I had refused my promotion to Jedi. I was a Padawan who had left the Order, nothing more. I traveled from one civilized system to the next, never staying long. I don't even think I knew what I was searching for. It wasn't as if my travels were pleasant either. There were plenty of folks who distrusted the Jedi after the war, or worse.
With good reason, I imagine. I don't see why you're wondering in the first place. Worse? What could be much worse?
If people weren't treating me with suspicion, they were looking at me with greed. I don't know how many thought they could make use of me for their own ends. I got so sick of the treachery and deceit, I left the civilized parts of the galaxy and headed instead for the uncivilized parts.
So that's when you went to Kashyyyk.
Actually, I was on my way somewhere else when I crash-landed on Kashyyyk. The ship I was using was a rust bucket.
So you just crashed and stayed? Why didn't you just fix your ship and keep going? You survived a crash landing at Kashyyyk?
I'd taken some damage passing through an unexpected asteroid field, as I recall, but I wasn't completely without some systems. I could still guide her a bit when I crashed. It wasn't what I would call the smoothest landing, especially considering I ended up smack at the depths of the Shadowlands. But I lived.
Why didn't you just fix your ship and keep going?
I'm no mechanic, and besides, after you plunge nose first in the trunk of a 5-kilometer-high tree, chances are you don't have much ship left.
I guess you made a point. I guess you make a point. So you crashed and stayed.
Sure, why not? It seemed like an interesting enough place to spend a couple of decades exploring.
How did you survive in the Shadowlands, though?
That was a challenge at first. You've seen the kind of creatures that exist down there, and you miss the really big ones. I was still able to rely on the Force to keep me safe for the most part. The rest of the trick is keeping out of the way of most of the predators.
It couldn't have been easy.
No, that's true. Still, most of the creatures grew accustomed to me, and I to them. At least none of them ever heard of a Jedi.
And the Wookiees wouldn't mind your presence?
Oh, they did at first. Oh, yes. I can't say I was overly pleased to encounter a group of indigenous giant carpets either. I can assure you of that.
I should have, I should have asked the option of, you're insane, don't you? But, oh well. You seemed on fairly peaceful terms with them.
Well, that was after 2 decades of helping them. They They certainly didn't trust me at first.
You helped them?
When I could, I would assist the few young ones who would get lost in the Shadowlands or were attacked unexpectedly by the wildlife. I must say, for a while there, the Wookiees actually thought I was some kind of benevolent forest god. Amusing, really. I set them straight eventually.
Eventually? Why didn't you stop the slavery of the Wookiees then? Wait, sounds like you enjoyed being a god.
Nonsense. I had no idea that's what they were thinking for a long time. I just thought they were being friendly neighbors, leaving fruit and such for me. Later, when I started to understand some of their grunting, I realized they would say prayers to the Hairless One before descending into the forest. Hairless One. Used to have plenty of hair, I tell you. At any rate, it took a few bruises, but I set the record straight.
A few bruises?
I traveled to Rookworo and met with the chieftain in front of everyone. Freyr swatted at me just to see if I was real or not. I was real, and while it was a light swat, Wookiees are terribly strong. I was knocked out cold for a day. The Wookiees all thought it was quite funny.
Well, why didn't you stop the slavery of the Wookiees then if you were helping them out and all that stuff?
At first, when the slavers took to hunting down lone Wookiees in the fringes of the Shadowlands, I did my best to divert them. Later, when Shundar made his deal, I didn't see any point. I wasn't here to save them from their own sad follies, after all.
Wasn't it all a bit primitive for you?
Not really. Kashyyyk is a place you can feel very small in. It felt good to devote my time to helping people and living simply.
And you didn't receive any... You didn't receive any news from the outside?
What can I say? I did it all for the Wookiees.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. If you get what I'm mentioning, then you are quite old indeed.
The Wookiees? Well, okay, maybe I needed some time on a quiet and remote planet, but if you ever need a friend, an incredibly strong hairball isn't a bad call.
I regret asking you about about this now.
See? Now you know how I feel half the time. At any rate, we should be moving along, don't you think? If you sat around this long in the Shadowlands, a tack would eat you.
I just love just being a like, not a dick, but like snarky to Jolie just to get funny responses. I kind of missed a couple of good ones in there. Sorry about that, but play the game. Try to choose the funny options just to see. You asked Jolie a little bit about his time at Kashyyyk. You can ask him about him more when we gain a level. We probably could still talk to him. I think we've talked enough to the companions. I think it's about time we finally go to Korriban and see about getting in the academy. Oh, that'll be fun. Alright, let's choose, yeah, I'm not choosing the most cost-effective party. I just have fun with Jolie and HK. I'm always hoping to hear HK or Jolie's funny comments. You know, mainly for HK. It's sad that you really don't get as many funny comments from HK unless you're dark side. Then you get he seems to pipe up a bit more. He more complains if you're a light side because then although he makes funny jokes about killing people or whatever, but still. Oh well. Alright, let's finally put Jolie back in a shirt, shall we? Yeah, get a Jedi Master robe on you. Oral Amplifier will work. Don't need any of those. Let's just put some shields on you. That sounds good. So you don't need that. Let's see. Yeah, let's give him the fortitude thing. And, oh yeah, I gotta equip him with his lightsaber. Where is it? There it is. Give him the purple lightsaber.
Ready!
Yay!
Sure.
Alright, anyway. Looks like we're on Korriban. Seems like a pretty civilized and nice place. Very nice. Greetings, human. A word, if I may. It concerns the Dark Lord of the Sith. I am the Dark Lord of the Sith. No, if I was dark side, that'd be it. Who are you? I don't have time for this. You mean Malik? No, human. I mean the true Lord of the Sith. I am speaking of Darth Revan, of you. We just heard that we are Darth Revan. I guess it's true about what they say about RPGs. News always travels faster than you do. Always. Wait. Tell anyone who I am, I'll kill you. I'm not Revan anymore. You are who you are, human. You cannot deny that you were once the Lord of the Sith, and you cannot deny that you wish to defeat Malik. How do you know who I am? Listen to me, and all will be made clear. My name is Zyagrim. I am a businessman. I and my partner deal in rare items of extraordinary value and power. You're with the exchange, then? No, we are not. We are independent operators, though often our transactions involve those who represent the exchange. Traditionally, we've always done business with the owner of the Ebon Hawk, Davit Kang, most recently. Ahita Othar before him, and Forza Haxa before her. We were reluctant to approach you. You even had no ties to the exchange, which was a problem. Even worse, you were Jedi, the sort of person we normally associate with. So, why are you approaching me now? There were reports of the Ebon Hawk traveling to many different planets. We wanted to know what you were up to. At the last port, I placed a small tracking device on your ship. That tracking device reported back to us that you'd been captured by the Leviathan. Once we had the information, we began digging into our sources within the Sith fleet. Sources? What sources? There are millions of soldiers in the Sith fleet. Surely you aren't surprised that some of them will sell information. Even higher-ranking officers aren't immune to the lure of the easy credits. Your escapades on the Leviathan created quite a stir in the Sith fleet. Of course, Malik tried to suppress the truth about your identity. There were more than a few summary executions. But even if the security footage is destroyed and witnesses silence, some bits of information will always slip through. Spin enough credits together in tiny pieces, and the puzzles become clear. We know what happened on the Leviathan, or at least we know enough. You are Darth Revan, and you are going to kill Malik for daring to claim dominion over the Sith. You're wrong, I'm not in this for revenge. Maybe, maybe not, but whatever your motivations may be, you do intend to stop Malik and his followers. That we are sure. We want to help. My partner and I deal in very rare and powerful items. Weapons, armor, things you can use in your battles against Malik and the Sith. And you're just gonna give me these items? I don't carry these items on me, of course. They're with my partner, but they're yours if you got the credits to buy them. We don't want to make we want to make a profit on this after all. And just go to the cantina here in Drashade. There's a roadie in there named Mika Doran. Tell Mika that Zyagrim sent you to look at the premium items. I guess I'll check it out then if I have the time. Mika already knows to expect you. Like I said, just tell him you want to look at the premium items. Guess my work here's done. Goodbye, Revan. And once Malik is beaten, don't forget who helped you to victory. And if you answer that you're not Revan anymore, or you're not looking for revenge, you get a few light save points for it. Alright. Okay. I don't want to save it at. Do I want to... Yeah, I'll save over that old file. That was a test file I was working on earlier. Yeah, this guy does not appear until you've encountered the Leviathan. So even if you went to Korriban early, he would not be there. You have to do the Leviathan story, which this the shop owner he mentions will probably be the shop owner we spend our most of our money on that I've been saving throughout most of the game. I won't spend it all right now because we're not far enough, because this place isn't level scaled to us, so I don't really need the items that are there. But in the future, I'll come back here when we're getting closer to the end of the game. Ah, I see. Another Jedi to small Korriban. Yes, good to meet you. How do you know I'm a... You're wrong, I'm no Jedi. How do you know I'm a Jedi? Well, for the lightsaber you're carrying naturally. Only Jedi carry ones like that, correct? There are many people who come to Korriban from throughout Sith space, hoping to join the Academy. Some of them are Jedi who have left the Order. You will get into the Academy for certain. I understand Jedi who have left the light side are made very welcome. But I haven't left... That's such a stupid thing to say. But I haven't left the light side. Oh, I see then. This is a very dangerous place for you to come. Korriban is a Sith planet, you know that, correct? But enough about that. It's very nice to see that the Ebon Hawk has returned. I have not seen that ship for some time indeed. Since you're a regular to our little colony, the docking fee is only 25 credits. What? You know of the Ebon Hawk? But of course, there was a time when that ship used to dock here on a weekly basis. It's changed hands then, has it? Ah, well, that happens. You don't need to collect the fee. I suppose you are correct. It won't hurt anything if I just let you on through. Can I ask you some questions? What information do you wish? Oh, I love Force Persuade. Tell me about Korriban. This is Drashade. It's the only colony on the planet. Korriban is a Sith planet, well within their space, though it's not very well inhabited. The Sith allows Zerka to conduct some mining here. The company operates a starport, but otherwise the colony revolves around the local Sith academy. Tell me about Zerka. Zerka is one of the largest corporations in the core. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. They have interest in mining all over the sector. Korriban is actually the location of Zerka headquarters for the sector. Most business on the colony is conducted there. Have you ever heard of a star map? Doesn't your computer handle navigation? Beyond that, I really couldn't say. I believe that's a no. But you can tell me about the Sith Academy. Unless you're one of the hopefuls who are trying to become a student there, I suggest you avoid it. The Sith are the law here. Do as they please. It will be quite dangerous. Well, I'll be on my way. Enjoy your stay here in Drashade. I don't know if he charges you every time you come back, but we got out of the first charge at least.
Please avoid the Sith Academy. Unless you're a hopeful, naturally.
Well then. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and save it again. Sorry, we're at that point where I'm going to save it quite regularly. But, alright, now we're on Korriban. Now we just have to find out a way to get inside the academy. I wonder if we could just fill out a form.
No, that is the wrong answer. Again, you pathetic hopefuls can't possibly all be this stupid, can you?
Please, Master Shonen, give us a chance. We'll do anything to get in the academy.
I'm no master, yet, but I like the sound of that. Alright, one more question. Though a lot of you is trying my patience. Alright, let's say you become a Sith and I am your commanding officer. I give you an order to spare the life of an enemy. Do you do it?
Oh, of course, Shaldan. Anything you command us.
We would never oppose you.
No. Oh, do you honestly believe that the Sith are in need of such sniveling cowards? Mercy is a weakness. If your leader shows weakness, it is your duty to kill him and show true authority, true power. That is why the Sith are strong.
Thank you, Shardan. We understand now.
No, you don't understand, and you probably never will. You wouldn't survive 5 seconds in the academy. The other students would tear you apart. Bah! I can't be bothered with fools. Perhaps I should, You, Jedi, you're looking to get in the academy, are you not? Well, of course you are. Why else would you be here? Let me pose a question to you. These hopefuls will never survive in the academy. A lesson must be taught here, but I am at a loss as to what form it should take.
Well, if you can't think of anything cruel, you really shouldn't be out here, young man, should you?
I wasn't talking to you. I'm thinking to spare them the effort of being killed and do it myself. Perhaps I shall turn their skin inside out. Or force lightning. Yes, it's a most impressive display. Or perhaps a bit of humiliation is in order. I could easily strip off their tunics and make them run through the colony. Or they could lose all control of their bodily functions. What do you think? I just can't seem to decide.
By the way, if you're dark side, it's really easy to like go through Korriban because you already have those tendencies. If you're light side, you have a bit more trouble because you're like, but I don't want to be a D-bag. Why? What did they do?
We didn't do anything. Please, help us.
Silence! It's not what they did so much as what they didn't do, which is prove themselves worthy. I'm exhausted from dealing with their mulings, so please decide for me, will you?
I'll perhaps just scare him a little bit. No way, leave me out of it. I think humiliation would be enough. Kill him, I don't care. Basically, you know, obviously the obvious ones or whatever, but let them go. That's my decision.
Let them go? And what could possibly convince me to do that?
Because I'm Darth Revan and I'm telling you to let them go? Yeah, I could. Persuade, they aren't your time. Persuade killing is wrong, you know that. Force persuade, you want to let him go. And let's see if force persuade works.
Do you really think my mind is that weak? I'm practically insulted. Now, instead of trying the easy way out, give me a real answer.
Hey, who knows? He could have been really weak. I don't know. Crap, I should have persuaded them instead. I should have known it wasn't gonna work, so. Alright, let's just tell him I'm Darth Revan.
Now that has to be the funniest thing I've heard all day. Well, fine. Whoever you are, since you've proven such a good sport, the boys can run off. I'm sure your little lesson will give them something to chew on.
From what I remember, if I remember correctly, although weirdly enough, I've always done Korriban last, for the except in a few cases. But okay, HK, you gotta stay off my ass, please. But if I remember correctly, that Darth Revan line does not occur until you know that you're Darth Revan. Otherwise, you just have to find another way to get to answer that dude, like leave him out of it or something like that. But yeah, I think that's kind of funny that dialogue, that certain dialogue choices change depending on at what point you go to a planet, you know. So, yeah. Well, let's get ready in here. Greetings! Say, are you the one who's in the swoop race on Manon? I'm a big fan. I hope we can find something suited to a celebrity like you. Is there anything you'd like? What sort of merchandise do you offer? Weapons, mostly. I've got connections. You'll need them if you're going to be spending any time here. Why so? There are a lot of Sith on this planet. This is where they come to study. Obnoxious brats, a lot of them. Just between you and me, I'll never understand why everybody thinks dark side and hooligan should be the same thing. But they are definitely dangerous. That's why you'll probably need weapons. Not that that'll be much help. What connections do you have? Mandalorian raiders occasionally drop by, need to get rid of some extras they can't sell in the civilized systems. They treat me well. I treat them well. It works out. So if you need a weapon, you could probably, well, this is the place to come. No, I already asked them that, sorry. Yeah, now that we're on a new planet, we've got a whole new set of people to talk to, so yeah, be expected to have a lot of talking episodes. Can I see your merchandise? Certainly, allow me to punch up the stock. And no, this is not the secret dude that one guy told me about. Though he does sell some rare items here. If you have the money, let's see if we look through all this. If you have the money and you're using Karth, this is this and the Sith Assassin pistol you get from Saul Kareth are his best pistols in the game. There is another gun that's a little bit weaker you could use instead, but yeah, this gun is really good for Karth. Because it's upgradable, ranged, +3 to hit, it's balanced, it also has a stun chance, not that you're buying the weapon for that, and a 4 to 11 damage, which was, I think, one of the strongest initial damages I've gotten, but it costs 10,000 credits, so kind of think about that. There are small ways to get little extra monies in the game, and I might talk about that near the end when we get to the finale, but yeah, if you're using, well, if you're using either Karth or Canderous, or, well, unless you didn't turn Canderous into a double gun wielder too. But if you're using Karth, this is definitely the pistol you want to get if you have the money. So, just keep that in mind. I mean, you don't have to, but just kind of think about it.
I'm just here on one of Zerka's transports. I don't have no business.
Okay.
I can't wait to get back to the course.
Look here, my dear friends. We have some newcomers to the colony, led by a Jedi, no less. I don't believe I've seen any of them before. Have you?
I hate Jedi, and these fallen ones are worse. They always get into the academy, and they think they're better than the rest of us.
Well, if you'd seen us before, we wouldn't be newcomers, would we?
Smart-mouthed newcomers, to boot.
Looks pretty fresh to me, Lasho.
That's what I thought. Well, stranger, I don't know whether you're aware of this or not, but here on Korriban, the Sith do as they please. And we are Sith. Quite literally, whether you live or die depends upon our whim. What do you think of that,
I think that one guy was right. You guys are obnoxious brats. I mean, you could try to kill me, but you'd fail, which is true. I think that a lot of responsibility for a simple scum like you. Yes. I don't think there's any need for hostilities.
Oh, neither do I. I simply stated a fact. Do you know how many Sith there are in Dresde?
12. No, wait, 13.
Enough to crush this fool! Let's do it, Lasho.
Now, let's not be hasty. Perhaps our friend here could yet offer up some amusement. What do you say? Amuse us, make us laugh, and we might just consider allowing you to live.
Well, that's pretty easy, I guess. Looking for trouble. Be careful, you might be heading into more trouble than you can handle. If you really want to fight, just make the first meal be your last. Persuade. Okay, there's too many Lords out in the woods. Please don't hurt me, I don't want to fight. Let's just see if that one guy left. Let's see if we mention Darth Revan again as a joke. We could I don't know. I kind of want to do the persuade joke. Let's see what happens if we say we're Darth Revan.
Ha! Too funny.
It's no joke. I really am Revan.
Good one.
Yes, I suppose that wasn't too bad. All right then, my friend. You've done as you were asked. Perhaps we will meet again.
I don't know if I called that funny, but alright, well, we got those Sith brats off of our case, so let's keep exploring. See, that's why Jedi shouldn't be carrying around lightsabers all the time, because people just auto-know about them from doing that, so tisk tisk on you. I think the canteen is supposed to be around here somewhere. We want to find that, like, rare vendor, if we can find him.
Something you need?
Who are you?
Nobody you need to know. I'm just here to try to get into the Sith Academy.
Why would you want to get into the Academy?
Why? Why? That's really a dumb question. To become a Sith, of course. To wield the greatest power in the galaxy.
Why not join the Jedi, then?
Ha! They're weaklings, not worth anyone's attention. It's the Sith that are going to conquer the galaxy, after all.
Oh, boy. Why would you want to go into the Academy anyway?
Why?
Oh, did I? Oh, I must have asked that. Sorry. My bad. Repeating answers there. What do you think your chances are?
I don't know. I've been here for a few days now, and the Sith still haven't paid me any attention. Suppose I should consider myself lucky. I've heard of some of the prospects getting killed. Still, it's all a test, and I'll just have to be strong.
How does someone get into the Academy?
Well, you have to impress one of the Sith. The final decision rests with Yuthura Ban, however. She's the one who decides exactly which of us get into the Academy or not. I've been hanging out hoping she'll come by and notice me, to be honest.
Where is this Yuthura Ban?
Usually she's in the Academy, but sometimes she comes out into the colony to look for prospects. If she's in the colony, she can usually be found in the cantina, but not always. She's one of the most powerful Sith in the Academy, I hear.
Well, it looks like our next objective is clear.
Go on.
We need to find this Yuthura Ban so we can get into the Sith Academy.
I hear the Sith are doing some kind of digging up on the planet's surface. How weird is that?
Oh, quite weird.
One of Korriban's primary trade routes went through Terrace. Now that it's destroyed, the colony here will have an even harder time of it.
Oh, boy.
Greetings. You've heard of that awful business on Idian, yes? Our corporate outpost there has been destroyed by the Wookiee savages. This could put back the use of Wookiee labor considerably. We may even have to abandon the planet completely. Well, what can you do? Sorry. Was there something you needed?
Obviously, if he didn't do the Kashyyyk storyline, or didn't do the light side version of it, then he wouldn't mention that, so... I'll talk to you later.
Do come again.
The reason I say that is because we've actually run out a bit of time here. So we talked to quite a few people, and we're on a new planet, which means a whole new set of side quests and story plot to do. Oh, it'll be fun, folks, won't it? So, can Darth Revan? Well, we're not Darth, so can Jedi Revan get through the Korriban Academy's tests and become an official member and survive the trials there to get the star map? And what about our two companions? Will they be allowed to get into the Academy as well? All these questions and more will be somewhat solved in the next episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.